hand right on my knife. I'm like, oh man, I gotta fight a bear right now. But no, it's just this stupid tree. All right, we're here at the North Country Trail, trail number 9 on the Allegany 18. We're dropping off my car so we can get back to his car, and it's gonna be an overnight. We've crossed into Allegany National Forest, where the trail technically starts. All right, so we're at the trailhead of this Allegany section of the North Country Trail. We're in Pennsylvania currently. It's going to be about a half mile before we're into New York, where we're going to go from the New York line to Red House area. Let's look on this map. We're right here, which the North Country Trail starts in North Dakota and it goes all the way up to New York. So we're just going to do the Allegany State Park section of it. We're going to stay about 10 miles in at the Stony Brook lean-to. It's currently hunting season. It's October 10th. It's hunting season. It's going to be about 65 degrees today. It's going to be about 50 degrees tonight. And hopefully everything goes well. I forgot my hiking boots, so I'm wearing old running shoes. Great. Oh, look at the nice wilderness of Pennsylvania. And now we're in New York. 1.1 miles into the trail. Welcome to Allegany National Forest, Pennsylvania. Here's a sign. There's an ammo can. We're at just about the top of the first of the 3 points, the high points of the trail. Is that all FLT stuff?
Yeah, it looks like a map.
Cool. So we're walking down this path. We're at the top of the first hill, and this tree, you know, it's leaning over just a hair, and it's every time the wind hits it, it just goes "Rrrr." And I didn't see anything behind it because there's all this brush, and I thought it was a bear. And my stomach dropped, and I, hand right on my knife. I'm like, oh man, I gotta fight a bear right now. But no, it's just this stupid tree leaning over, getting hit by the wind. Just came down that way. Got to go up to the second hill of the day. All right, so we're about 4 miles into our hike for the day. We've come across an opening, I guess. So this is probably the best view we're gonna get all day. And we still got about 8 miles left to go. It's about noon. Still haven't come. We've only climbed the first first quote-unquote mountain. A lot of chipmunks out today. It's nice and warm though, so it's not like we're sweating. Oh, it's not warm. It's about 65 degrees, so it's not like we're sweating too much, and we're not shivering. Hopefully when we get to the lean-to we're going to though, it won't be crazy crowded. If it's crowded, I think we're not going to have an option to go anywhere else. But there's two little lean-tos right in the same-ish area, so even if it's crowded, we could go to the other one. But I don't think there's going to be many people out here. We haven't seen anyone since we got left the trailhead. So there's chipmunks like surrounding us. We stopped for a minute, and they're closing in.
They're gonna mug us.
But look at this tiny little bridge. It's the first bridge of the trail, and we're 436 in. And I know for a fact the Oneida Trail has a ton of bridges. Some of them kind of wonky.
It's wired to.
Yeah, they don't want people to take it. All right, about 3 miles to the first lean-to and 4.4 miles to Coon Run Road, which isn't even the road that ends the first section. But we're about to start our ascent of Tuscarora. There's supposed to be some running water up ahead, but I don't really hear it, so it might not be all there. All right, so we're, if not at the top, very close to the top of Mount Tuscarora. If you're gonna take the Mount Tuscarora Trail, you'd go that way. But the peak looks like it's up here. We're still on the North Country Trail. This North Country Trail sign says 5.2 miles. Well, that's gotta be what it's been since we've been in the New York, because we're right under 6.3. And that would put us at 1.1 to the start of the New York segment. All right, we're here at the Willis Creek lean-to, about 8.5 miles in. There's the sign that accompanies it. And here's the lean-to. Got their tarps. There's your picnic table and fire pit. Person inside the lean-to. Not really many camping options if this were to be the place we had planned on staying. Got about 4 miles left to go before we can get to where we wanted to. But I think Matt would agree with me that I think we overestimated our ability and underestimated the difficulty of this trail in typical Nate and Matt fashion. And we are about 3 hours from losing daylight, and we got to go 4 more miles and set up camp and eat and whatnot. Here we are at Willis Creek. It's really raging right now. All right, so we're on Coons Run Road. We just came from up there. Now we're going in down that way, and we're pretty pooped. We're just trying to make it halfway at this point. All right, so we're somewhere around halfway through. All the maps have told us something different. My watch is telling us different. I'm set up to hammock there. Matt is asleep on the floor. Coons Run is right there. There's a little bridge that way. There's some fresh water that I think I'm gonna harvest there, and then probably cook some dinner. We set up camp and now we're down in the stream bed. I'm boiling some water and gonna make myself some pepper beef with rice. And
I got sweet potato chicken and rice.
sick. So got all our food in a bear can. After dinner, probably gonna tie that up in a tree somewhere and then just try to hang out until both of us fall asleep, and hopefully carry on tomorrow and have a good day. Today didn't turn out quite as good as we thought it would, but you know, you can't win them all. All right, so we've eaten, we've hung our food up in a tree, we've changed our clothes, we've set up camp. It's getting dark, it's about 7 o'clock. And if there's anything I've learned from this camping trip, being that it's my first overnight backpacking trip, hiking, you know, 20 plus miles, it's that I miss my wife. You know, usually all of my adventures I'm home to, you know, spend the night with her, and you know, I love her a lot, but I'm realizing that I miss her. Like even most overnights I'm still within cell phone range and I can text her, you know, but I can't tonight, and it makes me kind of sad. I know she's watching the video, not me, and yeah, I felt like that was an important thing to say. Alright, so we're packing up camp. The night didn't go as planned, but neither did yesterday. It started raining about 8 o'clock. It started raining about 8 o'clock, so I had to go sleep in Matt's tent, and that, you know, complicated everything because it's pretty small, and we're not camping where we're supposed to because of yesterday, where we definitely couldn't have made it to the lean-to before sundown. So today's plan, if everything works out, we should be about halfway through the trail. But every map I've looked at has given me a little bit of a different number. So today's plan is to make it to ASP 3, drop our backpacks. So that should be about 6 miles without backpacks to the car, get in the cars, come back, grab the packs, and then be on our merry way. But that, and not do this trail ever again. But it's pretty cold today. It might not be overly cold, but you know, when we don't have a hot beverage in the morning and I'm still hiking in my my shoes, my running shoes. I didn't pack pants, and you know, we're learning a lot about backpacking this weekend. Yeah. Mainly that it's not fun.
Mistakes were made. You learned a lot.
All right, we're back on the trail. It's about 8:45, and we are full of excitement and ready to finish this today. Oh, jeez. All right, so we just came from up there, passing this North Country Trail sign. I think I'm pretty confident we're doing the trail backwards. Here's the other sign on it, but we have to go up there to join up with the second half, or the second of 3 parts. So for all intents and purposes, we're a third of the way done, but I think in terms of mileage, we're just over halfway done. The maps are kind of misleading, and they give a different mileage than the little map I got in my packet. Suppose I should break that out now, because I feel like the 9 is going to be somewhere in here. But we're just about to start the second part of the trail. hopefully everything goes well. I'm gonna be climbing Mount Oneida, which I've already climbed. You could watch my previous video of me climbing Mount Oneida and complaining about the down path on that video, which we will be using a different down path this time. All right, so we're 15-ish miles into the trail overall and 5.5 miles into where we're going today. And look what I finally found. The number 9 that I need to scratch into my paper. I don't know if you can see it. All right, so we're at another snowmobile trail. North Country Trail's that way. I don't think it's too far, but the current plan is to get to ASP 1 and then drop the bags and then do the last 6 miles bagless, because ASP 1 is gonna meet right back up where I parked my car and take that, because I got to go back to Pennsylvania and drop Matt off at his truck. So might as well go through the park and pick up our bags. Matt's bag is starting to fall apart. His strap is starting to rip. Getting sick of carrying this bag. The bear can keeps hitting me in the head. There's no chest strap, so it digs right into my shoulders. So, yeah, current plan, drop the bags, try to make up a little bit of time, and then we're at the highest point right now, so should all be in general downhill from here. Look at all this, look at all these nice leaves. It's making the trail really hard to see, but look at them, just that color. Oh yeah. That's some color right there. So we're here, we're at the very start of the 3rd section of the North Country Trail. This is the first time I've seen it, but it's probably not the first one on the trail. It shows the New York to North Dakota, just kind of a little general outline of the trail. So we're 5.9 miles to ASP 2. Which is where we're going. And then we're gonna dump the bags because they're kind of a pain to carry. Just kind of load up on some snacks and whatnot and hope for the best. Pound out that last 6 miles. Try to make up some time. All right, so without the backpacks, we're moving along at a pretty good clip, about 2.5 miles an hour. Just came into one of the conservation trails. We want to go to the administration building, we gotta go that way, about 2.2 miles. But we are headed to my car, which is 3 miles away. We're about 2.25 miles from the very end, which means we're about 2.25 miles from my car. And we found the final lean-to. All right, here we are, the final descent. 1.25 miles and then back at the car. It's nice that it's a steep descent, but can't imagine doing this on the first shot. That would be real discouraging. That's a nice trail marker. All right, so we're about 1/4 mile away from the car, and I think once we get back to the car, we gotta go pick up our backpacks. I gotta drop Matt off at his truck. Then I'm gonna go and get a nice Whopper, because I have been having trouble eating all weekend. I haven't really been able to eat too much. I've been kind of hungry, but when I try to eat, I have no appetite. And I might go get some BK. I can't imagine doing this in the summer because we barely came across any water this time around. And you know, got my water bottle that I can fill up in a stream, but barely came across any water to fill it up with. So, you know, I didn't have what the heck is that? I didn't have my hydration bladder, so couldn't stock up on 3 liters of water at a time. So I'm probably a little dehydrated. Really looking forward to that nice cold glass of water when I get home. But I think the people that do it from North Dakota to Vermont, they probably gotta really like backpacking to do that, because I definitely don't like backpacking that much. But I don't know. Yesterday, if you would have asked me last night, if I was having fun, I would have said no. But now that I'm almost to my car, I'm gonna say I did have fun. Did you have fun, Matt? In the grand scheme of things?
You really can't complain.
Yeah.
It's really what backpacking and camping is about.
Yeah. I mean, there were definitely moments, especially like when it rained or when I couldn't fall asleep, or when we found out that where we thought was halfway was actually more like 2/3 of the way through. But we did a little bit more mileage today than we did yesterday. But, you know, I still had a good time. I had fun. Here we are. We're back at the sign for the mile 1 or mile whatever it ended up being.